Hey guys, it's Treasure and welcome back to my chest. So today this is week 4 of the Artist Way. So we're gonna get into it. I will be honest right from the bat. Like, I read this at the beginning of the week and now I'm trying, like, before I started the video, I was trying to find out like how I was going to explain what the reading was about this week. And I'm going through the pages and my brain just cannot comprehend. It's as if I just don't understand how to put into words what the week, like this week's reading was about, because there's parts about trusting your intuition. There's parts of getting rid of the old and making space for the new. So it's kind of like working within and trusting your intuition and getting rid of things that are kind of clouding your feelings or clouding the way that you feel about certain thing or clouding. Girl, I'm like, look, I'm just gonna be honest. This week I wasn't on my shit. I was not on my shit with the Artist Way, and I felt so bad about it that I am on my shit for next week already. I already read the part for next week. I already started doing exercises for next week because I was just like, okay, you're not taking this seriously enough. I don't like that. So yeah, I didn't do it perfectly, but obviously I feel like this book is still, like, there's still a lot of things that help you out. So I'm pretty sure that me not doing it like perfectly from A to Z to the T, that I'm still gonna be fine, because I already see progress with my creativity. I already see progress in myself using this book. So just disclaimer, I'm not doing it perfectly. I'm not doing exactly everything because, first of all, I don't, like, I have a hard time, like, with my time and shit. I don't know how to, like, tell, like, how can I say, follow what I say that I'm going to do at the exact moment that I said that I was going to do it. So, like, I told myself I was going to read the exercises at the beginning of the week, read everything at the beginning of the week, you know, so I can do the things perfectly. And if there's exercises that needs to go throughout the week, I'll be able to do them perfectly. But, like, there's just moments in my life or things that go on where it just happens that I don't fucking do it. But when I end up sitting down and actually doing it, and then I realize that, like, there's things that I kind of fucked up by not doing it at the beginning of the week. Like, I'll give you a fucking example for this week. I think, oh yeah, there's like an exercise that says write your own artist prayer. And I only read write your own artist prayer. But then I reread it today and it said write your own artist prayer and use it for the whole week, every day. But I read this on Sunday. Sunday, now it's time for week 5 to start. So I'm just like, oops. And I feel like I did this last week too. But you know what? We're not going to be too hard on ourselves, because the fact that I'm even going through this book is phenomenal, because I haven't like gone through like a book, unless it was like a comic or a manga, in so fucking long. So the fact that I am consistent with actually doing the exercises and actually reading, even if I'm not doing it to like exactly perfectly, and the fact that I'm even making the videos and posting them, I gotta be proud of myself for that, because that is already like a lot of progress compared to what I was doing in the past. So anyways, I just wanted to explain that before we went in. So yeah, as I said, I explained, I had a hard time kind of explaining into words what the hell we were actually like going through in the reading part of it. I hope that was clear the way that I explained it. There was also a part, okay, called reading deprivation. It literally says like not to read for the whole week. And I fucked up because I read this on Tuesday. Like, I read this on Tuesday and then I was like, wait a minute, reading deprivation for the whole week? I already read a bunch of shit. Like, I read a book, I read this, and I was just like, damn. And in one of the exercises, it asks, oh, if you broke the reading deprivation, why? So I didn't do the reading deprivation. And funny enough, at the beginning of the chapter, it says, don't skip that part. But because I read it, you know, Tuesday, I fucked it up. So anyways, I'll read the little part for the week 4 though. So this, first of all, week 4, recovering a sense of integrity. This week may find you grappling with changing self-definition. The essays, tasks, and exercises are designed to catapult you into productive introspection and integration of new self-awareness. This may be both very difficult and extremely exciting for you. Warning, do not skip the tool of reading deprivation. And I fucking skipped it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me just go to the little exercises. Oh my god, these are this week's exercises. This week there's so many exercises to do. Like, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, I swear, like, I feel like I'm in school and I'm getting so much fucking homework. And I guess that's why sometimes I don't do it right away, because it gives me the impression that, like, I'm doing homework and I'm just like, eh. So, yeah. Okay. Let's start. So, task 1. It said environment. Describe your ideal environment in one paragraph, one image if you have that. Bitch, I ain't got no printer, so fuck the images. What's your favorite season? Why? Go through some magazines and find an image in this or draw it and whatever. It was just talking about your ideal environment. So, my ideal environment is close to the beach or on the beach. And if it's decorated, it has to be cozy, comfy, you know, like, how could I say, like, as someone that smokes, if you're a stoner, like, you know, just like a spot where you see how cozy it is and you're just like, oh my God, I'd love to smoke a blunt here and I just be like living my best life. Just like lots of pillows, lots of colors, like just fun vibes. I did also add, like, I really like when it's fall time, when it's like kind of creepy, also like Halloween kind of horror vibes. And I am a fan of summer, but I prefer fall just because the vibes are so much better in fall. And in summer, let's be real, I get really, really hot. Like, I get overstimulated and shit. So, like, I love summer, but at the same time, like, it depends. I'm gonna love summer to be on the beach. I'm gonna love summer for, you know, a few little things, but it's not my favorite. So yeah, that's about it. And she was talking about putting images and shit. And I was like, girl, I don't have any printer. Who buys magazines? Let's be real. In 2025, who still buys magazines? The only time that I have bought a magazine ever since I was a child, because let's be real, when I was a child, I was only buying the magazines because there was posters in them. The last time that I bought a magazine was like when Ariana Grande was on the cover of Cosmopolitan. And I just bought the magazine because she was on the cover. I never fucking opened the magazine. I never did anything. I just bought it because she was on the cover. So, do you still buy a magazine? If you do, let me know. Because I just feel like this is just something that people don't do anymore. Anyways, on to the next one. So, the second one is time travel. Describe yourself at 80. What did you do after 50 that you enjoyed? Be very specific. Now write a letter from you at 80 years old to you at your current age. What would you tell yourself? What interests would you urge yourself to pursue? What dreams would you encourage? I showed up for this fucking exercise. Look at this. Look at this, okay? So, I may have fucked up for other exercises, but this one I showed out, okay? So, describe yourself. So, I said that at 80, I have been a successful mogul for years, an icon, a fucking legend. In fashion, in business, whatever endeavors that I put my mind to, I have been an icon and a legend in that field for years, okay? I have inspired a lot of people. I am living in Italy in my beautiful house on the side of the beach, just living my best life, retired. And I have like like these old ladies that are just elegant and there's just kind of like a very comforting vibes about them. And you're just like, damn, the wisdom kind of, the aura, you just get the aura. Like, I'm just like, people see that old lady and they're like, damn, like, I want to know more. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm healthy. I'm elegant. I look younger than I'm supposed to be because, let's be real, black don't crack. So I'm going to look good. I already know. Anyways, I look at peace and proud of what I have accomplished. There are no regrets. I'm just like a very, peaceful, inspired woman that just, you can just tell that she just lived a lot and she lived her life. She inspired, she did this, and she's just an icon. And it says say what, like, how you've been after 50, but I'm just like, girl, I'm not even 30 yet. So I just had an issue with like the first part of this exercise. But wait, let me check what I wrote. I did say that after 50 years old, I'm still living like I'm 30. Like, I'm not letting my age, like, influence the way that I am living, influence the way that I am dressing, influence the way that I am being. I'm still going to be acting like I'm a little bit younger, or I'm just going to act my age, but don't act my age on society's standards, if that makes sense. I travel a lot, appreciate the life that I am given, share with my family, share my wealth with my family and friends, all that good shit. Now, it says to write a letter from my 80-year-old self to me. I'm gonna read it. This is not perfect, okay? But it's just, I was just writing very fast for this, so I guess just everything came out of my head and I just wrote it on paper. So maybe it doesn't look like perfect like written as a letter, but it's just like all the things that I feel that I would want to say to myself as if I was the old version of myself. So I feel shy at reading something. Every time I'm doing this damn video, my fucking nose is itchy. Okay, oh my god, I feel so shy to read this. Dear Treasure, how old are you now? 28 years old, right? Almost in your 30s. Don't be scared. You're not getting as old as you think. Life is about to do a full 180. Your 30s are going to be the best years of your life. Don't worry. What you went through will have been worth it. Don't dim your light for no one. Be you. Unapologetically. Believe now that you are the woman you want to be. She is already within you. She always has been. Try and fail. Don't be scared. You really don't understand how good things will get. Celebrate you and your growth. You'll look back at this part of your life when you're my age and you'll laugh, wondering why you care so much. No one will save you. No one but you can create the life you want. Post that video. Wear that outfit. Get that tattoo. Just do it and stop considering anyone's opinion but your own. The world needs you. It needs you exactly as you are, your true, authentic self. Don't ever let anyone tell you you're too much. No dream is too big. Dream as big as you can. Think higher, bolder. You'll see how crazy and beautiful life can be when you love yourself. Kisses, 80-year-old you. So yeah, that's what I would say to myself, because I feel like these are all things that I kind of tell myself on a daily basis, but I don't actually do as much as I should be doing. But I do feel that since I started working with this book and working a little bit more on myself, I have been slowly becoming myself more, if it makes sense. I am allowing myself to do things that I love, that I stopped myself from doing for whatever reason. I am allowing myself to just be, I can hear my neighbors. I really hope you can't hear them in the fucking video. Oh my god. But yeah, it has helped me so far. So yeah, we're just gonna hope that it's gonna keep going, and I'm just gonna keep finding back who I was before the fucking opinions of other social media, trauma, and all that shit, Anyways, so this was 80-year-old. The next exercise was the opposite. It was It was basically going back to when you were 8 years old, remembering how you were at 8 years old, what you liked, what you did, and then do the same thing. Write a letter as if you're your 8-year-old self writing to the person that you are today. So when I was 8, I loved to hang out with friends. I would sing all the time. I would draw outfits, like design outfits for hours, I was also popular. This is, let me explain, okay? So I went to multiple schools, okay? I went to 2 elementary schools and I went to 2 high schools. And the first city where I lived in is where I grew up. So it's where I went to fucking kindergarten And then I did my 3 first years of school I did at that school. And I say I was popular because, like, I feel like I grew up there. So I wasn't like the new kid or the fucking outcast. Like, me and my friends, we were kind of like the popular kids, technically. Like, I don't know if this fucking makes sense, the way that I'm trying to explain this, but it just felt good when I was in those years, because as soon as I moved and was kind of like the weird kid that nobody knows in another school, that's when I started getting bullied, and that's when I started being kind of like an outcast. So when I was 8, I remember that was before I ever moved, so I was such like in a better place mentally compared to my other years in school, because I was like not a fucking bitch getting bullied. I was someone that everyone just knew, everyone was talking to, everyone wanted to be friends with. I just had a very good childhood up until this point, I guess. Everything was good. I was just doing everything that I loved. I loved to sing, I loved to draw, I loved to play The Sims all the time. I loved my swimming lessons, and I didn't give a fuck about talking about it. And I was also obsessed with Celine Dion. I'm gonna be right honest. I was obsessed with Celine Dion. I was buying Celine Dion merch. I had all her fucking CDs. I was talking about Celine Dion all the damn fucking time. And I guess that's how my Celine Dion is like my old Ariana Grande. Like, I loved Celine Dion. She was my idol until I saw Ariana Grande, and I was just like, oh. So I don't know if you guys have seen that, but like once Ariana Grande met Celine Dion, when I saw this, my brain was just like, oh my fucking God. And I freaked out a little bit. But yeah, so that's a bit how I was at 8 years old. I was just living my best life, just having fun. I wasn't stressed yet because I wasn't getting bullied. I was just being a kid, for real. And it was fun. So I'll read the fucking letter, but it's not as long. It's not as long as the other one, this one. And I feel like it was kind of hard to write that letter because it's like you're a kid that talks to your old self. And from that perspective, I'm like, you don't know what's going to happen. You know, like when you're 80 years old talking to the old self, you already know what your life is going to be like. But when you put yourself in the 8 years old, you don't know what my life is like. So I felt like I had to write from this perspective, that like you're hopeful for the future, but you don't know exactly what happened. Anyways, I'm still just gonna read it. This one, I feel like it's not as good as the other one, but whatever. So I wrote, Dear older me, I imagine you've accomplished every dream I've ever had, right? Did we meet Celine yet? Are we a famous pop star? I wanted to be a pop star at that age. Okay, don't judge me. Please tell me you were able to tell her how much she means to me. Your life must be so amazing. And what about fashion? Please tell me how iconic you are in the fashion world. It's so fun to draw clothes. I can't imagine how cool it must be to see them come to life and be worn by cool people. Sorry, I got a little bit of emotional choke up over here. I'm sure we became a legend. Anyways, I have to go now. Hope you're enjoying your crazy life. I can't wait to be in your shoes. Bye-bye. I don't know why reading it out loud just got me like emotionally choked up, because when I was writing it earlier, I didn't do that. I think it's also the fact that like filming myself, guys, like you guys don't understand like how uncomfortable it makes me to make the Artist Way documentary videos, because I'm over here literally reading out things that I wrote in a book for myself. Like, I'm working on myself and I'm putting these things out there, and it's hard, but I feel like it kind of helps in a way, because you see, like when I was writing this earlier, I wasn't feeling emotionally choked up, but now that I am reading it out loud on camera, now it's starting to get me a little bit more emotionally. So I guess in a way it kind of helps, but yeah, it's not easy to put yourself out there for little things like that. Like the things that I write in this book are the types of things that I would keep for myself, you know. And even then, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Anyways, girl, where I'm gonna be in a few years, I can't be scared of like what I put on the internet. She's gonna come out anyways. So yeah, that was my little letter. Then the next exercise was look at your house and make a dream area for yourself. Okay, I live in an apartment with a roommate. There is no way in my apartment where I can go and renovate and make a favorite spot. So what I did was I cleaned my room. I cleaned my whole room and I moved my whole furniture. I wanted to keep this background. If you guys like, it took me a few days to figure out how I was going to move my furniture in my room so I could keep my background like this and the room would feel more opened and feel nicer. Because if you guys have watched my other videos, there's other videos where I told you guys that like the way that I had set up my computer, that was the only cute spot in my room, and the rest of my room just looked like I had just shoved all the furniture where it fit, which I ended up like being overwhelmed, not really liking that setup at all. I was just over it. And it's funny that I had the kind of like the feeling, the intuition to move shit around before I even realized that the book was asking me for this. So it was meant to be. I don't know if I want to show you guys how, I don't know. No, I don't want to fuck that up. No, I'm not fucking my setup. Fuck it, I'm not showing you guys. But my room is better. It looks nice. It's clean. I even did my bed this morning. I feel accomplished. And it's so satisfying when you've been living in like an uncomfortable kind of messy room and then all of a sudden you get like the fucking motivation to just clean everything and move everything around, because it like I didn't buy any new furniture. I didn't buy any new decorations, but it feels like I have a brand new room and it just gives you like such a good energy. And I'm so happy I moved my room because I fucking love the way that it's set up right now. And yeah, that's about it. So next exercise, number 5 said use your life pie to review your growth. I didn't do that. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do that because first of all, I told you guys I am very visual. And the life pie thing, the first week that we had this exercise, I didn't understand shit. I don't think that I did it properly because I am visual. You cannot give me instructions written on paper for me to draw something like no, it's not gonna work. I need to look at someone draw it and then I'm gonna redraw it. So I skipped that exercise. I was like, fuck that shit. It's not gonna work for me. I also skipped exercise 6. It said write your own artist prayer. See page 223, sorry. Use it every day for a week. That is why I skipped it, because I realized the little sentence that said use it every day for a week today. So I was like, I am not going to go out of my way to rewrite that shit just if I'm not going to use it, especially since I find the one in the book perfectly fine. And I'm like, I don't see what I would change to the one in the book because the one in the book just seems fine. So, sorry, I decided to skip it. I also skipped 7. Wow, I feel so bad this week. Like, I was like, not on my shit. The thing is, 7 was an extended artist date. So basically, I already have like a hard time doing the artist dates to begin with. And this week it was like, do an extended one. And they were like, plan a small vacation for yourself. 1 weekend day, get ready to execute it. Vacation where? I don't have a car. I don't have money to go in a hotel or go, like, my circumstances, I'm just like, what the fuck did you want me to do exactly? Like, you know? If I had a car at least, I feel like I could have figured something out. You know, like, go somewhere like 2-3 hours away, have fun during the day and come back. But I don't have a car. I'm not going to pay $200 for a bus to go wherever the fuck and try to do this. I really wanted to feel like I was making it work, and it didn't work. So I skipped it. But I promise the next ones I did. Okay, these are the 3 ones that I skipped. So 8, open your closet, throw out or hand done or donate 1 low self-worth outfit. You know the outfit. Make space for the new. I did that. I threw it out. I could have thrown more shit out, but it's just right now I have no clothes. Like, I don't have that many clothes. And I'm at a point where I am scared to throw things out because of how little clothes that I have, because I'm scared I'm going to like have an opportunity where I need some type of clothes and then I'm going to be like, that's the exact shit that I threw out. So until I buy more clothes and I have a more a closet that makes a little bit more sense, I'm just going to be careful with what I actually throw out in the garbage. But that was shit that I knew that I wasn't wearing for a while, and I was just like, why am I still holding on to that? 9, look at a situation in your life that you feel you should change but haven't yet. What is the payoff for you to stay in staying stuck? So buying weed at every inconvenience. So if you are watching, if you're a watcher on my channel, you might have noticed that I made a video about weed and about me realizing that I had some sort of toxic relationship with weed because I had grown my weed smoking into a habit, and not only a habit, but like something that was kind of helping me mask who I really am as a sober individual. And I was using weed at every like to kind of build this personality of myself that was not fully me. Like I kept convincing myself that like the stoner me was like the real me, but it wasn't. It was like a version of me that I was creating that I thought was better for people around me. Anyways, so like the whole thing that I needed to heal my relationship with weed because I see it too much as an habit and like as a way to mask myself, and about how I need to stop having weed on hand, because every time that I have weed on hand, I am not able to self-control. I am not able to have weed with me and just be like, smoke a joint during the week. Bitch, if I have weed on me, I'm gonna smoke the whole damn thing until there's no more. Obviously, I'm not smoking the whole thing in a day, but I'm gonna be smoking every day until I have no more weed, which has been happening because last week I had a rough week. Okay, I was on my period. The heating situation in my building is stressing me out. The fucking electricity, we lost the electricity like 4 times. I was going through it. Okay, I was going through it last week. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna go buy some weed. But obviously I didn't only just buy a joint. I bought him a bunch of shit. So what did I have to do? I kept smoking. I haven't smoked today yet. I tried to be like, you know, we're starting March. We said we were gonna lock the fuck in, bitch. Don't act crazy. So I told myself that at least I would wait until the end of the day, do all the productive things, do all the things on my to-do list, so after I can smoke weed and be productive. Because the past few days, I haven't been productive. I haven't been doing the things that I want to do because I have been smoking at every fucking inconvenience or every time that I am bored. And once I'm high, the last thing I want to do is something like this. I end up watching random videos on YouTube. I end up playing random fucking video games, or I just end up listening to music. It's like, I'm not wasting my time completely, but if I think about all the things that I want to do, I am wasting my time because when I am high, I'm not doing those things. So in the end, that is something in my life that I should change, that I haven't yet, because I said that I was going to do it. But every time that something happens, I find an excuse to go buy weed, and instead of buying only one joint, I buy more, so that I'm stuck with it and I act like this. I keep smoking. Just saying it out loud, I'm just like so disappointed in myself. It's like, even when I go to the store, it's like I don't have self-control to only buy like one joint. And that's what I should do. So when I get home, I smoke it and then that's done. There's no more. And like, I don't have a car. So if I need more weed, I need to go out of my way to go get weed, you know? So that's why I feel like I should learn to buy less if I am going to buy some, so I don't end up smoking the rest of the week. But anyways, I feel like yeah, that's exactly what I wasn't rereading what I wrote, but that's basically what I wrote. Like, I'm pushing aside the things that I should be doing because I keep smoking weed as a habit. we're gonna work on that, okay? I'm gonna try and work on the fact that, like, if I have some, do your to-do list and all the things you said you were gonna do that day before you do that shit, so you don't feel guilty at the end of the day, because you're like, hey, I did everything I said I was gonna do. Anyways, so that was that. And then the next one, the last question was, how did you break your reading deprivation? If you did. So as I've said earlier in this video, I broke it because I read that we had to do it like halfway through the week. So I just felt like it's too late now. I already fucked it up. And I had already read a bunch of shit. I started reading the Let Them Tarry. It's right there. And so I just wrote, I read the exercises on Tuesday, so the week was already started, and I had already read. Oops. That's about it. We're not gonna sugarcoat it. That's what happened. I don't know if I'm crazy, but it's like, if the week is already started, I feel guilty not doing it from the beginning, because it's like they said to do it for a week. So I have to do it for a week. If I start on Tuesday, that's not a week. But if I do Tuesday to Tuesday, then 2 of those days is not in the right week. So I don't like that. It stresses me out. That's why I have to do my exercises properly. Like, I swear this time, I'm going to do them properly, okay? Like, I already read the chapter for today. I already fucking read the chapter. I already know the vibes. And I think I'm going to separate the exercises during the week. Like, I'm gonna read them. I read them earlier, but I'm gonna reread them just to make sure there's not like an exercise that says does this during the whole week, to make sure I caught that. And then I'm in my to-do list that I decided to do for the week to be more organized. I made a to-do list for every day, so the things on what day that I need to do, I do them. So I might write in all my lists, like, one day, do exercise 1 and 2 this day, do exercise 2, 3 this day, blah, blah, blah. So I make sure that I do my shit. And you'll see next Saturday or Sunday if I actually follow through with that. But I think I will. I believe in myself. I believe in myself and my power. And I don't know, I feel so motivated in the past few days. I don't know, I just feel like it's shifting. Like, something's shifting for March, and I'm just like in a lock-in vibes. Yeah. So that's about it for this week. This was week 4 of The Artist Way, recovering a sense of integrity. Next week, it's recovering a sense of possibility. So we will be talking about that next week, and I will be letting you know about my little exercises and if I was more on my shit. I will also try to do the artist date as well, because I keep skipping that shit. But do I though? I feel like I don't always skip it. I've actually done it the weeks before that. I think it's just this week, last week technically, that I skipped, because just the week that I had was just, it was shit. There's still no heater in my fucking building, okay? Just to let you know, it's almost been a month. Anyways, I'm just yapping now. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.